Good morning, my dear students. Today, in the previous class, we have studied about how to calculate the discharge with the various methods, that is empirical formula, rational formula, area velocity method. So today we'll solve a numerical on this to calculate the maximum discharge. Okay, we'll take one problem here, that is determine the design discharge at a bridge site after computing the maximum discharge by empirical formula, second one by rational method, and by area velocity method with the following given data. Okay, so here what we need to do is we'll have to find out the design discharge from the bridge site with these three methods. Okay, so and afterwards we'll have to find out which one is the maximum discharge that is called as a design discharge. Okay, the details they have given is the catchment area. The catchment area is 160 kilometer square. Next is distance of site from the coast. From the coast, the site is at a distance of 12 kilometers. Distance of critical point to the bridge site means from the critical site to the bridge site it is 16 kilometers. Difference in elevation between the critical point and the bridge site, the elevation, that is 96 meters. From the critical point until to the bridge site, the elevation, the difference in elevation is 96 kilometers. Peak intensity of rainfall. Rainfall intensity at the site he has given, that is 60 mm per hour. 60 mm per hour. That is I0. Cross-sectional area of the stream at maximum flood level, that is at bridge site, MPL at bridge site it is 120 meters square, means that is wetted area. So this we are using for cross section of the wetted area. Cross sectional area of the stream at means at the wherever the water has been encroached that wetted area, that is 120 meters square. Wetted perimeter of the stream at MPL. So wetted perimeter is 90 meters. Okay, wetted area it is 120 meters square and wetted perimeter it is 90 meters. Stream condition is it is clean, straight banks, fair condition. Slope of the stream is 1:500. Stream condition it is clean and straight line banks and a fair condition, and the slope of the stream it is 1:500. Okay, these are what the details what they have given to solve this problem. So we will solve this with the method. First one is empirical method. According to Rayleigh's formula, maximum flood discharge is calculated, that is the formula, that is Q equal to C into A raised to 2 by 3. C into A raised to 2 by 3, where C is the coefficient. That coefficient is that depends upon the distance of site from the coast. And that coefficient of C that depends upon the distance of coast from the site. In our case it is 12 kilometers. Okay, so they have given the details there. Coefficient is 6.8 up to 25 kilometers. The value of C is equal to 6.8 up to this is for 25 kilometers. Okay, so means ours is going to fall in that category. So you see we are going to take it as 6.8. And a catchment area, capital A, catchment area. So in the catchment area, in the first point only they are given, that is 160 kilometers square. This is total catchment area. Okay, now substitute in the formula, that is C equal to 6.8 and A equal to 160. raised to 2 by 3, you will get the value of Q equal to 201 meter cube per second. Here area is in terms of what? Kilometer square. Okay, you are substituting the area in terms of kilometer square and you are obtaining the discharge in terms of meter cube per second. So it is the value of coefficient is made by considering these factors. Okay, A equal to in terms of kilometer square, and whatever the result you are obtaining, that is in terms of meter cube per second. Okay, now the discharge is how much? It is now 201 meter cube per second. Now the second one, that is rational method. In rational method, again A is equal to 160 kilometer square and P will have to solve here. Q equal to what? Discharge Q as per the rational method formula. Q equal to A I naught lambda. What it is? Q equal to A I naught lambda. Again, A is catchment area, total catchment area. I naught is intensity of rainfall. Here he has given peak intensity of rainfall equal to 60 mm per hour. So that is I naught. And next is lambda. So lambda is equal to again there is a formula for to calculate the lambda here, that is 0.56 P into F divided by Tc plus 1. 0.56 P into F divided by Tc plus 1. So Tc is equal to 0.87 into L raised to 3 divided by H raised to 0.385. T is equal to what? 0.87 into L raised to 3 divided by H raised to 0.385. Now L is the length. Okay, here we'll see distance of critical point to the bridge site, that is our L, and H is the difference in elevation between the critical point and the bridge site, that is 96 kilometers. Here L have taken 16 kilometer, H is equal to 96 meter. So our Tc is equal to, we'll substitute here, Tc equal to 0.87 16 raised to 3 divided by 96 raised to 0.385. So Tc, that is Tc equal to 4.01 hours. That Tc is in terms of hours, it's 4.01 hours. Okay, in this lambda formula we have found out Tc, but we'll have to find out P and F. P is equal to it is based on the condition of the ground and what is the quality of the soil condition, that is depends upon the value of P is depends upon that. Okay, for sandy soil and light growth, that P is equal to 0.2. What is that? For sandy soil with light growth, it is P is equal to 0.2, and F equal to, that is related to our catchment area. Okay, factor coefficient of F, that is the coefficient, that coefficient depends upon the catchment area. Our catchment area is how much? It is 160 kilometer square. So in the table, for catchment area 150, the value of F is equal to 0.675, and value of A for 200 it is 0.645. Interpolate it, and our catchment area is 160 kilometer square, means the area is going to fall between 150 and 200. So interpolate it between the values 0.615 and 0.645, we'll get value of F for 160 kilometer square, that is equal to 0.669. Now we'll substitute this value of F in the lambda formula. So lambda is equal to 0.56. So value of P is equal to 0.2, and value of F we have interpolated and calculated, that is 0.669, divided by TC. TC is how much? 4.01 plus 1. So we'll get the lambda is equal to 0.015. How much? 0.015. So with the help of this lambda, we'll calculate the discharge, that is Q is equal to A I naught lambda. So again, A is catchment area, I naught is intensity of rainfall, that is 60 mm per hour, and lambda we have obtained here, that is 0.015. So our discharge Q is equal to 144 meter cube per second. So our discharge is how much? 144 meter cube per second. In the empirical method, we have obtained 201 meter cube per second. By rational method, we have obtained 144 meter cube per second. Now we'll solve this with the help of area velocity method. So area velocity method, Q is equal to area into A into V. Area is given, that is here we'll have to take area equal to area. How much we should take here? 120. Why it is 120 means, in this we are calculating with wetted area. So in our here they are given the cross sectional area of stream at MPL, MFL, maximum flood level at this site, that is 120. Cross sectional area of the stream at MPL at bridge site, that is equal to 120 meter square, that is our A. Okay, that is equal to 120 meter square, that is our wetted area. The whatever the water is going to enclosed over here, that wetted area is called as, that we are going to consider in the area velocity method. The velocity V is equal to 1 by N R raised to 0.67 and S raised to 0.5. V is equal to 1 by N R raised to 0.67 and S raised to 0.5. So R is the hydraulic mean depth, that is equal to wetted area in meter square divided by wetted perimeter. Wetted area in meter square divided by wetted perimeter. So wetted area is 120 and wetted perimeter it is 90. So totally the velocity is equal to 1.33. That hydraulic mean depth is equal to 1.33. Okay, that is our hydraulic mean depth. And S is the side slope he has given, 1 divided by 500, so that is equal to 0.002, and N it is coefficient, that is 0.03. So V is equal to 1.03 into 1.33 raised to 0.67 into 0.002 raised to 0.5. So our velocity is equal to 1.8 meter per second. So our velocity is equal to how much? 1.8 meter per second. So our discharge is equal to area into the velocity. Area is 120 and the velocity is 1.8 meter per second. So the discharge is equal to 216 meter cube per second. 216 meter cube per second. So we have calculated now with the help of discharges with all these three methods, and we'll have to find out the design discharge. We'll have to check out which one is going to give the maximum discharge. So that we'll consider for the design discharge. So among the three methods, in the first one it is 201, and in the second one it is 144, and in the third one it is 260, 216 meter cube per second. Among all these three, the maximum is with the area velocity method, that will consider design discharge equal to 216 meter cube per second. Okay, thank you.